Story time about how I help my mental health providers revenue go from $0 per month to over $1,000 per month from one payer. So what's up? My name is Kat and I am a certified professional medical coder, medical biller, and I own a medical billing business called Superior Medical Consulting. Okay, so I had a provider that sought me out for medical billing business, and she wanted end-to-end medical billing services. The problem was that she had one particular payer that she just didn't know why she could not get paid from. Every time she submitted claims to this payer, the claims came back denied, and she didn't know what was going on. She had a very busy practice. Plus, she was sort of new in private practice, so she was still in the works of building her practice, and she had some other personal issues that she had to tend to. So, doing all the research, running the business, also seeing patients was a bit overwhelming for her. And she has tried over a year to figure out her billing issue and could not get it figured out. So she hired me. So when we first got a hold to the claims and I took a look at them to see what the issue was, I could not understand why her claim was being denied. The denial kept saying that her professional license was expired, which it wasn't. She was contracted and credentialed with this payer, and she was submitting the codes right for the most part. And we just could not understand what was going on. So I had to get on the phone and contact customer service. So I started there. Contacted customer service. Of course, the customer service rep pretty much just read me back the denial and told me that basically it was an issue that I needed to have the provider to handle. And I was very adamant with the customer service and let them know that I understand what the denial was, but I think this problem needs to be escalated because that wasn't the issue. And customer service, took my gripe and escalated it to a different department. So we waited for a couple of days. The department came back and the denial still, stood. So I decided to get provider services involved. So I emailed provider services. They were really great. Got back to me within a couple of days. Told me what the issue is. That they was researching it. They had to correct some things on their end, and we thought everything was running smooth. So the claim went from being denied to pending, and it stayed in the pending stage for quite a while. So I felt like something was still wrong. So when I would call to check on the claim, they would tell me, oh, it's still pending. You have to give it at least 30 days, blah, blah, blah. But I knew most claims cleared 14 days max. 30 days is a good time frame that they tell you, but usually it doesn't take that long. But I watched the claim. So the claim did not clear. So about 21 days, I called back and asked if the claim be escalated. They obliged because they saw that I kept calling and I kept, on it, and I was watching the claims pretty closely. So they escalated the claim. When they came back, they found a couple of things wrong. One, the way that she was set up in the system was not correct. So they had to do whatever they had to do on the back end to correct that. Two, the address that was in the system, the names of the provider was very similar. So the address somehow got crossed, and that she wasn't getting any of her remittance, so she could not set up direct deposit. So we had to problem solve that, research that, and problem solve that, and her stuff was being delivered to a totally different address. I don't know how the whoever was doing her billing before didn't catch this, but that's neither here nor there. When I discovered the problem, we took the steps to get the address updated so that she could at least get her first check and start her direct deposit from, the payer. So we got that fixed. Then once we got that corrected, she was doing her own coding, but me having a coding background, I saw that there was, some things that she could have improved on. And plus, I'm a biller as well, so I understood that sometimes, some payers, Medicaid payers in particular, want a modifier for certain for behavioral health services. So she was forgetting to add that modifier on when she was self-submitting her bills or whenever her old biller was submitting the bill. So that was also causing a denial. So we corrected those issues, and within, I would say, about 70 days or so, her claim issue cleared up. She started getting reoccurring deposits in her account. Her claims process went very smoothly. I wrote out a whole complete billing process flow system for her so that if me and her decide to part ways, she at least have a template on how to submit her bills correctly. Or if, she decides that she wants to submit them herself one day, she understands how to correctly submit the bills now that all of the issues that we have uncovered is resolved. So for over a year, she has been getting $0 from this payer, nothing but denials. And within the matter of about 70 days after I took over the account, she started receiving revenue of over $1,000 per month from this payer. And now she feels more confident accepting more patients from this payer because she now knows that she is getting paid from this particular payer. So yeah, that's the story time that I wanted to share with you guys because as a biller, as a coder, a lot of our jobs is understanding how to, submit the bill correctly, how to code the claim correctly, and the payer rules. But we also are problem solvers. We also are researchers. We also have to think outside the box and stay on these payers in order to get our providers paid and keep the revenue going. I cannot imagine how she was running her business, effectively without this revenue that she probably counted on, in her business because it's part of her business. She was providing the service to these patients and she was not receiving payment from the insurance company for those services that she was, giving to these patients. So yeah, that's my story time about how I helped one of my clients revenue from one payer go from $0 per month to over $1,000 per month. So if you happen to be looking for a medical biller to be a part of your team, visit my website at superiormedicalconsulting.com and you can schedule your free consultation today and we can talk about your billing needs. My name is Kat and I will talk to you later.